नेपाली सार्वभौम भई फैलिएका मेची महाकाली सायौं थुङ्गा फुलका हामी एउटै माला नेपाली सार्वभौम भई फैलिएका मेची महाकाली प्रकृतिका कोटि कोटि सम्पदाको आचला वीरहरूका राजत्वले स्वतन्त्र र अचल ज्ञान भूमि शान्ति भूमि तराई पहाड हिमाल अखण्ड यो प्यारो हाम्रो मातृभूमि नेपाल बहु जाति भाषा धर्म संस्कृति छ विशाल अग्रगामी राष्ट्र हाम्रो जय जय नेपाल।
Namaste and welcome to all the students in this virtual session initiated by Nijgarh municipality in order to help the community school students of this municipality. I am your English instructor, a teacher from Sri Bakat Thakur Basic School, and in today's class I am going to teach you the grade 10 English textbook, the first unit of grade 10 English textbook. As I have already written the topic here, the name of our topic today is A World Guide to a Good Manner, and A World Guide to a Good Manner, and the name of the unit is Giving, Withholding and Reporting Permission. What is the name of the unit that we are going to discuss today? It is Giving, Withholding and Reporting Permission. Dear students, you can have a look here on the board what I do. Look at here. As I have written in this chart that giving, withholding and reporting permission. First of all, we need to understand the concept. What is giving permission, what is withholding permission, and what is reporting permission. If we do not understand the topic and concept, then we will not understand the whole unit. That's why I'm going to tell you what is giving permission, what is withholding permission, and what is reporting permission. Giving permission means the action of formally allowing someone to do a particular thing. Giving permission means accepting permission. For example, if someone says, may I drink water? And if they say, if that is replied as, yes, you can, yes, you may, then that is giving permission. For example here, can I have one more beer please? A says. And B says, of course you can. That is giving permission. Of course you can. And withholding permission means not giving permission or denying permission. Withholding permission means not giving permission, not allowing somebody to do something. For example, A says, can I use your cell phone? What does he say? Can I use your cell phone? Then B says, I'm afraid you can't. I'm afraid you can't. It means that A is asking for permission, but B is denying the permission. That's why this is withholding permission and not giving permission. I hope you are getting my point very well. And there is reporting permission. What is this then? Reporting permission. Here, reporting permission means that narrating permission. Reporting permission means narrating permission. For example, you can play here and you are allowed to play there. This is the narrated things said into indirect space. The process of narrating the permission is called reporting permission. I hope students you have got what this unit is about. What this unit is about you might have got. Okay, giving, withholding and reporting permission. After the completion of this lesson, we'll be able to give permission, withhold permission and report permission. Okay, I hope you can understand this. Okay, now let me take it out and let me go through our text. Look at here. In Unit 1, in the first unit of Unit 1 on page 1, there is given a text, and the name of that text is "A Old Guide to Good Manner" and "How Not to Behave Badly Abroad." There is given a text, and let me read this text. You can also have a look in your textbook and you can also read from there. And there are 3 questions before you read. How do the Canadians greet each other? That is the first question given there. And how long does it take for Latin Americans to complete their lunch? That is the second question. And where do people take off their shoes when entering a restaurant? That is the first question. That's why you should read this text and you should try to find out the answers of that questions. Okay, are you ready? A World Guide to Good Manner, How Not to Behave Badly Abroad. A World Guide to Good Manner, How Not to Behave Badly Abroad. This is the first unit and we are going to talk about this unit. A Old Guide to Good Manner, How Not to Behave Badly Abroad. Why is this text given in grade 10 English textbook? Do you know? Because this is given to teach you some of the exponent of that giving permission, withholding permission and reporting permission, and to make you familiar about the cultures that are around the world. Okay, let me go line by line, and I hope you'll also have look in your own textbook because schools might have distributed the textbook to you all. And let me go to the first paragraph. Traveling to all corners of the world is getting easier and easier. We live in a global village, but this doesn't mean that we all behave in the same way. Different people of different countries have their own way of life. It is said that the world is being globalized and we live in a global village. But is the behavior pattern, our way of living, way of wearing costume is same throughout the world? I think it is not. That's why we should know the different cultures. People behave according to their countries and cultures. First of all, let's talk about greeting. Okay. Greeting. How do people greet around the world? We are going to learn. How should you behave when you meet someone for the first time? An American or Canadian shakes your hand firmly while looking you straight in the eyes. In many parts of Asia, there is no physical contact at all. In Japan, you should bow, and more you respect the person, the deeper you should bow. In Thailand, the greeting is made by pressing both hands together at the chest as if you are praying and bowing your head slightly. In both countries, eye contact is avoided as a sign of respect. How should you behave when you meet someone for the first time? How should you behave? That is the way of greeting. An American and Canadian, the people from America and Canada, shakes your hands firmly, shake hands firmly while looking at you straight into your eyes. But in many parts of Asia, eye contact is avoided because that is not regarded as respectful manner. And in many parts of Asia, there is no physical contact at all. They do not even toss, but in America and Canada, they shake their hands firmly, And in Japan, you should bow, and more you respect the person, the deeper you should bow. Japanese people bow, and the more they respect the person, the deeper they should bow. Just think that how much should they bow when they meet the president of their country? I think they will try to touch the ground, right, while bowing. And in Thailand, they press their both hands into their chest as if praying and slightly bowing their head. In this way, the people of Thailand greet. And in both countries, in both Japan and Thailand, eye contact is avoided as far as possible. They do not look straight into your eyes at the time of greeting. And if you go to Thailand and Japan, you should not do that. Okay? Do you understand, students, what I say? Now let me move forward. And now there is clothes. Okay? Clothes. Because according to the country, according to the culture, the way of wearing is different. Yes, many countries have rules about what you should and should not wear. Many countries have rules that what you are supposed to wear and what you are supposed not to wear. In Asian and Muslim countries, you should not reveal your body. Especially women who should wear long sleeve tops. In Japan, you should take off your shoes when entering a house or restaurant. Remember to place them together facing the door you came in. This is also true in China, Korea, Thailand and Iran. In Asian and Muslim countries, especially women are not allowed to reveal their body or show their body. Especially they should wear the long sleeved, means having the long sleeve means lamu paula bhayeko top should be worn by them. And in Japan, you should take off your shoes when entering to a house or restaurant. We even take off our shoes while entering to a house, but we start laughing if someone says you should take off your shoes while entering to a restaurant. Do you agree? I think in Nepal this is not possible, but in Japan, the Japanese people take off their shoes while entering into the restaurant. How funny. And not only taking off, but you should remember to place them together. You should not scatter them. You should place them together facing the door you came in. And this is also true in China, Korea, Thailand and Iran. Okay? And now let's talk about food and drink. Food and drink. Okay, food and drink. In Italy, Spain and Latin America, lunch is often the biggest meal of the day and can last 2 or 3 hours. For this reason, many people eat a light breakfast and a late dinner. In Britain, you might have a business lunch and do business as you eat. In Mexico and Japan, many people prefer not to discuss business while eating. Lunch is a time to relax and socialize, and the Japanese rarely drink alcohol at lunchtime. In Britain and the United States, it is not unusual to have business meeting over breakfast, and in China, it is common to have business banquet, but you should not discuss business during the meal. Look at here. In Italy, Spain and Latin America, lunch is the biggest meal, and it can last for 2 hours and more than that. And for this reason, many people eat a light breakfast and a late dinner because that will take long time. Yes, but in Nepal, what we do? We start gulping everything very fast, and if we eat late, then our parents will say that how late you are. When you go to your in-laws house, sasurali, then how will you eat? They start saying like that. Okay, and lunch is the time to relax and socialize, and Japanese rarely drink alcohol at lunch time. Japanese people do not drink alcohol at lunch time. And in United States and Britain, it is not unusual to have business meeting over breakfast. They can even have business meeting over breakfast. And in China, it is common to have business banquet. Banquet means feast. Business banquet means business feast. Both, but you should not discuss business during the meal. In China, how funny, there will be business banquet, they organize the business banquet, but you are not supposed to talk about business at the time you eat. Okay, and doing business. Next one is doing business. Doing business, look at here. How do the people do business? In most countries, an exchange of business card is essential for all introductions. You should include your company name, your position in a business card. If you are going to a country where your language is not widely spoken, you can get the reverse side of your card printed in the local language. In Japan, you must present your card with both hands with the writing facing the person you are giving to. In many countries, business hours are from 9 to 10 a.m. to 5 or 6 p.m. However, in some countries, such as Greece, Italy, and Spain, some business close in the early afternoon for a couple of hours, then remain open until the evening. Japanese business people consider it is their professional duty to go out after work with colleagues to restaurants, bars, or nightclubs. If you are invited, you should not refuse, even if you do not feel like going with them. Okay, in most countries, exchange of business card, you should give your business card and you should take their business card as an introduction. This is usual. In most countries, you should include your company name, your position in a business card. You should even include the name of company and in what position you are working in that company. You should also include that. And if you are going to a country where your language is not widely spoken, you can get the reverse side of your card printed in the local language. Yes, reverse side means back side of your card. And in Japan, you must present your business card with your both hands. If you present the business card with your one hand, then they will regard you, what an aloof man he is. They will say, unfriendly man. They will regard unfriendly to you. And in many countries, business hours are from 9 to 10 a.m. and 5 to 6 p.m. However, in some countries such as Greece, Italy, and Spain, some business closes in the early afternoon for a couple of hours, then remain open until the evening. Japanese business people consider their professional duty to go out after work with colleague in a restaurant. After work, the Japanese people prefer going out with colleague, and if you are invited, you should not say no. Do you understand? When you are in Japan, and if your work duty gets over, and if your colleague invites to go out with them, then you should not say no, because even if you don't feel like going with them. Okay, and there is also extra tips, and I'll read this for your convenience. And here are some extra tips that help you when you travel. In many Asian countries, it is acceptable to smack your lips when you eat. Means that the food is good. If somebody smacks their lip by saying in this way, then it means that the food is good. The food is good. In France, you should not sit down in a cafe until you have shaken hands with everyone you know. Suppose you are in cafe and you are in France. First of all, you need to shake hands with everyone around your table, and until and unless you have shaken hands with them, you should not sit. And in India and Middle East, you must never use the left hand for eating or drinking. Even in Nepal, for greeting, eating, and drinking, you should not use left hand. For example, I even used to eat with left hand in my childhood, but my mother just told me to use my right hand, and nowadays I eat by using my right hand. Okay. Dear students, in China, your host will keep refilling your dish unless you lay your chopstick across your bowl. For example, this is your bowl, and unless you put your chopstick across the bowl like this, the Chinese host will refill your pot, refilling your dish. You will fill again and again. Okay? And most South Americans and Mexicans like to stand very close to the person they are talking to. You should not back away, because the South American and Mexican people stand very close to you at the time of talking, and you should not go back at the time they are coming close. Okay, this is applied in South America and Mexico. In Russia, you must match your host drink. For drink, they will think you are unfriendly. In Russia, you must match the drink, that is some liquor. Drink your drink with host drink. And in Ireland, social events sometimes end with singing and dancing. You might be asked to sing. If you are in Ireland, at the end of the social function, they start singing and dancing, and you might be asked to dance or sing. Okay? And in America, you should eat your hamburger with both hands as quickly as possible. You should not try to have a conversation until it is eaten. Okay. How funny. In America, you should eat your hamburger, a kind of meat, by using your both hands, and you should not speak until it is finished. Okay, we have learned about the culture that is prevalent around the world. Okay, students, now we move to the exercise portion of this lesson, and I will help you to do the exercise. Are you feeling bored? I hope you are not. Look at here. There is vocabulary in use. Vocabulary in use. How to do that? There is said, solve the crossword puzzle using appropriate words from the text. Okay, there is across and there is down. Do you understand what is across and down? Across means from left to right, down means from top to bottom. Across means from left to right, this, and down means from top to bottom. And there will be given some hints for you, and you should fill accordingly. Look at here, what is given there? In across, in number 1, there is given uncomfortable. Uncomfortable. And now there is given solve the crossword puzzle using appropriate words from the text. In across side, in number 1, there is given uncomfortable and humiliating. I won't draw that box, and that is the word that starts with E, and you should find the word that starts with E that matches this meaning. Okay, uncomfortable and humiliating. And what will be the appropriate word for it? There may be given in the text, and there is given that embarrassing, embarrassing, embarrassing is the word that is given. In number 2, what is there? A part of piece of clothing that covers your arm. A part of piece of clothing that covers your arm. In clothing part of your text, there might be that word. I have read out that in Asian and Muslim countries, women are not allowed to reveal their body, and they should wear the tops having long sleeve. That's why what will be there, a part of piece of clothing that covers your arm, and that starts with yes. Can you find out in the clothing part of this text? Very good. And that is the sleeve. Sleeve. Very good. That is the sleeve. And now we have come to the down of that crossword puzzle. And so in number 1, there is given so. Is there any word that matches the meaning to the so? Yes, of course. There it is. And that is in the clothing part. Very good. And that starts with R. Okay. Now, is it easier for you to find out? I hope it is. Now, it is reveal. It is reveal. Okay, do you understand it? Now let us move forward. There is in a strong or definite way. In a strong or definite way. In a strong or definite way. Very good. In a strong or definite way, it will be firmly. Your guess has become correct. And opposite. And it also starts from R. What will be the meaning? What will be the meaning here that matches the meaning to opposite in crossword puzzle? Should I provide some hint? Yes, I am going to provide. And it is in the section of doing business. Can you find out that word? Yes, you are correct, and you have found out. And now the opposite matches, the meaning of opposite matches with the word that is reverse. You can get the reverse side of your card printed in local language. You can get the reverse side of your card printed in local language. Okay, now co-workers. Now there is another word that is co-workers. Co-workers. Okay, that is also under the section of that doing business. What will be the meaning that matches the meaning of co-workers? And that starts from C. Can you find it out? I hope you can find it out. Absolutely correct, because you have found it out, and that is the colleague. That is colleague.